want to give you a little more of an introduction to the Flemish Giant Rabbit. It was developed in the 1890s through the 1930s. The black and the white came first, the sandy and the fawn. This is a sandy, came in the 1928 and 1934. They come in 7 recognized colors, but there are some other ones under development, like the lilac and the broken. But the 7 colors are black, white, blue, black, steel, light gray, fawn, and sandy. Now, this is Bronson. He's not the perfect specimen because, well, he's a little overweight. He's also had some hard times and is nearly blind, but we'll use him as a basis for showing you some of the features of a well-bred Flemish, because he comes from a very good line, and then the most important thing, some handling tricks with Flemish Giant Rabbits. Now, many of you who have Flemish Giants wonder, how big is he going to get, or how big is she going to get? Well, the minimum competitive weight for a buck, a male rabbit, is 13 pounds. And the minimum competitive weight for a doe who's full grown is 14 pounds, because the does are actually bigger than the bucks. And you can find rabbits that are over 20 pounds. Bronson is right around 20 pounds. We've got him on a little bit of a diet because that's a little bit much for him. They were bred as the universal rabbit. They were bred for fur, which will offend many of you today, because we don't do that anymore. They were bred for meat, which will also offend many of you today. We don't do that anymore. But they were also bred for personality. When they're judged in a show, one of their criteria is that they have a reposeful gaze. And let me tell you, no Flemish Giant Rabbit breeder with any self-respect will ever breed one who bites. So you have a very calm, restful, mature animal. Maybe Bronson here is half asleep listening to me. Now, one of the things that's special about Flemish Giants is their spine. They have what's called a semi-arch spine. So you notice they have flat shoulders, and then behind that, the back rises up. Whereas the usual rabbit, the back rises up immediately. This means you need to be very gentle and even more careful with their backs than you would need to be with a commercial style rabbit. There are only 4 breeds recognized in America that have this very special, elegant, long back. And I hope that's one of the things you really appreciate about your Flemish. They also have wide hips. The hips flare out, which is why they're called having a mandolin shape. Aww. There are some proportion requirements. Bronson's restless here, so I think that's all on that. Now, there are some things to learn about rabbit handling. The first thing is, rabbits vary in their degree of sensitivity, nervousness, so you have to adjust for your own rabbit's nervousness. Now, the main thing is they want to feel safe and secure. And while you're learning rabbit handling skills, sometimes the best way for them to feel safe and secure is to just let them go. Don't struggle with them to try and become their master. You want to gradually win their trust. And when they're overstimulated from your handling them, the best thing is to let them down, let them go in a corner, give them some treats, let them feel secure again. But at the end of the day, they'll be glad that you can handle them well, because if there's ever an emergency, you're like the mega doe or the mega buck that they can trust who's going to take care of them. Now, an easy way and painless way and helpful way to both get control of your rabbit and also discipline your rabbit if he's misbehaving is a gentle pressure downward on the shoulders. Now, Bronson is behaving perfectly right now, so this does not make a particularly good example. But what a gentle downward push on the shoulders does is it deprives them of control. A young animal will wiggle a bit, will resist that a bit, but ultimately when you have control of the shoulders and you're slightly above them, you can calm them, you can get them under control. Now, the other thing for handling them and for getting control is the only way they can resist the pressure up here is by kicking back. So you can gently apply some pressure here to calm them. Gentle, calm, firm hand. And these are the same principles that you use when you're lifting the rabbit. Again, you want to keep them feeling safe and secure, that they don't have any reason to fight you, that they don't have any reason to kick out their legs, because we all know that if they kick out their legs, they can really hurt their backs. And this is doubly true of a rabbit with a long back, like a Flemish Giant. So, for picking up your rabbit, the first thing, now they're wider than a small rabbit. So you're going to have to use 2 hands under here and then flip to one hand. One hand goes to the buttocks. I'm going to switch mine because I like to do it this way. You lift up, you're holding the buttocks underneath, you're holding the buttocks slightly curved upward. Now from here, you can turn them and put them on your shoulder like this, which is a very comfortable place for them to be. It's also a comfortable way to get into a position where you can minister to them. Say, clip their toenails or get them medicine. Sit with them, spread your legs a little bit to give them security on the side. And you've got them in a good position to clip toenails, or, as I'll show in another video with another rabbit, how to give oral medication. And let me demonstrate that lift for you once again, because I think seeing it done gives you confidence in trying it yourself. So, we're still going down and we're holding his derriere. Derriere first, feet next. We want to pick him up, brush his head a little bit, get familiar with him. That is the best way to begin a relationship with a rabbit, is to rub the front, the head, and gradually they'll let you rub the rest of their body. But that's as trust builds. The first place is here because they have very sensitive nerve endings running above their teeth, and those get stimulated when you rub their foreheads. So, you want to get your hands underneath, and then one hand thoroughly underneath, the other hand to the buttocks, curving the buttocks upward so they can't kick out. Stand up, sit down, put the rabbit between your legs so that the legs can give him security on the sides. And there you go. Thanks for watching.